Hello, welcome to our channel. My name is Bookish, reporting for St. George's blog. Now, a human rights activist in the person of Femi Falana has come to express his concern and dissatisfaction in the way the security forces are handling the security situation in the country. He is saying that if something is not done about the anti-democratic forces in Nigeria, we will risk our 2023 election. And he is saying this because these people are all over the place. The level of security in the country does not suggest that we are even preparing for election. Usually we do understand that during election period, violence increase. So it will only make sense to ensure that security is put as the topmost priority of the country before election. If not, these anti-democratic forces might truncate our 2023 election. He is calling on the government to do whatever it is or whatever it takes to ensure that things are put in place. Now, why is he saying this? He's saying this because of the level of damage that, these forces are perpetuating in INEC offices all over the country. He is very sure that in so many states, more than 5 states, the elections are likely not to hold in those states because of what they are seeing now, because of the trajectory of restlessness in those states. So I'm going to allow you listen to these gentlemen who are going to analyze what Femi Falana just said, and let's see how this goes. Do we really have hope that the security forces in the country will be able to put things in place before 2023 elections? This is what we want to know.
A political economist and a member of the APC. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
It's worrying, isn't it, that we are hearing today, as Mr. Falana will say, that
having me, and good evening to your viewers. We hold the same view. As a matter of fact, when the local and international election observers called on the political party to come and express their expectations of them, I spoke on behalf of our party, and I think Festus Keyamo spoke on behalf of the APC shortly after mine. And we express this fear. But to whom lies the responsibility of ensuring that is a free and fair election? Is the governing party. The governing party is the party in power. The governing party is the party that, by virtue of the provision of Section 5, which is represented by the president, execute the provisions of the Constitution. And that includes the role of the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. I have absolute confidence in President Buhari's determination to ensure that he leaves a legacy of free and fair election. The fear I have is that President Buhari is a person, the presidency is an institution, but his party is the association that the premise upon which the president acts. On our own part, as People's Democratic Party, when we look at our pattern, right, we have seen insecurity in virtually every part of the country. Yes, we cannot say all the insecurity situation in the country should be attributed to one party or the other. However, we are increasingly worried by the fact that when you are a governing party, it behoves of you the responsibility of ensuring that you play according to the book and you ensure that the elections are done in a manner, or the processes leading to the election are conducted in a manner that suggests that you are not intimidating and you are not trampling on the right of people. So, for example, when we started out our campaign in Kaduna, we saw how unknown forces came and wanted to destabilize. We have seen that in Borno State. Even when the commissioner of police was saying nothing happened, the IG overruled him and said, in fact, there was a violent situation. We have seen also, for example, even in Rivers, some of the members of our party were manhandled. Somebody can argue that in Rivers it might be something within, amongst members of the party. But I agree with Falana, quite frankly, that unless the law enforcement and the security, you remember the chief of defense staff not long ago said that there is an increasing pressure for them to compromise the election. That was a few days after the president himself tasked the National Security Advisor as well as the Inspector General of Police to read the Riots Act to everybody. So it behoves on the president, whom I believe is determined, but he has to look beyond just the office of the president to the party and ensure that we do not see some of these things, because we have seen a video circulating, as I drop, we have seen a video circulating where the candidate of All Progressives Party, while addressing whether the caucus or inner meeting, whatever, made statements that are quite threatening, when he said, political powers are not served like a la carte. You have to rise, you have to fight it, and he used the word at all costs, grab it and run with it. That to us is undemocratic. And these are some of the things that people take as lead, and they go to the street. I don't have a problem with the Asiwaju family. I mean, I relate with all of them very well. But this is politics. When it comes to the fact that confront the lives of the people, ball players are supposed to be an example. No wonder when the signing of the peace pact happened, he was not in the country.
So you blame the APC?
I blame the APC by not condemning acts that are being perpetuated in the states governed by them, who suggest the bullying of opposition political party, not just PDP, even Labour have suffered in some places. I believe that apart from the president, the party and the platform on which the president stands as the president of the country should do more by not inflaming some of these threat and intimidating strategy.
Let me allow Mr. Yalo to weigh in. Some question I asked, do you share the same fear that Mr. Falana has, that 2023 election might be jeopardized by undemocratic forces?
Well, I don't understand what he meant, because I know he's always an alarmist and he's always saying things that are not real. However, some of the irresponsible statements being bandied about are things that I'm worried about. I mean, somebody blaming the APC for problems that happened in Rivers State and in other places. Meanwhile, the candidate of the PDP went to Kaduna and he was saying you don't need a Southerner, you don't need a Yoruba man, you don't need a Igbo man, telling them clearly that this has to be done in an ethnic manner, that we have to fight using religion and ethnicity. It's captured there on video. So coming here to now blame the APC is quite frankly not a wise thing to do, because while the other ones are either dropping fake statistics or the other one is being helped around, he can't even walk on his own, and even their wives are saying they should vote for our party, our own candidate has been doing the job of a candidate who wants to win an election freely and fairly. As I speak today, he just concluded a meeting with the labor union and the labor union just today. And if you remember, just yesterday, he was in Lagos at the burial ceremony of one of our brothers and our leaders, the immediate past Nigerian ambassador to Spain. That is a man who is not resting on his horse, he's not resting on his laurels, he's working hard to win an election. Unlike people who sit down, every day they are looking for an excuse, because they know they will fail, they will not win the election. How for heaven can you say you want to take the president away, then you blame the party? Does the party control anything? Does the party control the military? Does the party control the police? Does the party control the security and civil defense? I mean, some things we say, we need to think through them. I mean, the president has given all indications that he wants a free and fair election. If people continue to go and push ethnic agenda, push religious agenda, and inflame passion, and then we are seeing this, then who is to be blamed? I mean, we have seen the candidate of Labour, for instance, he has gone on record to say, for instance, that he doesn't think IPOB is a terrorist organization. He has defended them at several fora. But we saw just last week, APC members were murdered in cold blood in Enugu. The videos are there, and the people that were even recording the videos were shouting, APC, these are the things we've been suffering through as a party. The fact that we don't make politics out of it doesn't mean people should irresponsibly blame us for things that we have been victims of. In fact, in some part in the Southeast now, to go as an APC member is almost like a suicide mission. That video is there, it's gory. I'm sure you don't want to look at it yourself. I'm sure you saw it. It was there, 2 vehicles, women, children burnt to death, killed, hacked like animals, simply because they profess to support the APC. So how on earth can anyone now blame the APC for what other people are doing to us and against us?
Are you able to react to what Mr. Buhala said?
Which one?
That your candidate did not sign the peace accord.
Oh, that issue.
Do you?
We actually have a reason. And you remember the the vice presidential candidate of our party was there to represent him. Our candidate was already on his way out of the country when the invitation was extended to him. So there was no way he would have stopped his.
Okay, obviously you have listened to these two gentlemen. Apparently, they are both defending their parties, which of course is expected. But then, as an individual, I would like to think that it is high time we begin to think as Nigerians, not always being party-minded. Everything we have suffered in this country is the fact that the opposition party comes to say they are not the one. The other party comes to say, okay, it's the opposition party. It's always blame game. Everybody is blaming the other person. When are we going to begin to think about Nigeria and what Nigeria is going through? When will we think that if we continue like this, there might be no Nigeria anymore? Now, I think it is time for us to begin to think about Nigeria and the people that are in Nigeria and how the poor people are suffering and how things are not working out for the country. Now, I do understand that as a party member, you want to defend your party, but why is it so difficult for us to call a spade a spade? All we hear is people coming to defend this party. These people are defending APC. The other people are defending PDP. Now, the only set of people, the only group of people, I stand to be corrected, the only group of people who are talking about Nigeria, who are interested in Nigerians, who understand that this has gone way beyond party. It's not about party politics anymore. It's about the people in Nigeria and the country as a whole, Nigeria. So it's only the Labour Party who seem to understand that this has to be the right thing to do. Yes. You can see Femi Falana came and expressed his concern and dissatisfaction. And one of these men said he is an alarmist. He's always talking about things that are unfounded, which do not seem to be true. What this man is talking about is the truth. And the man is not talking based on any party. He's talking about what he is seeing in the country today. Now, this other person talked about the people that the APC members that, were hot in Enugu State. Okay, I have to use the word hot because, of course, you know why. Okay, now, I don't think that this should have anything to do with party. These are human beings, people's children, people's fathers, people's uncles, and all. And they had to go that way because they were defending a party. We should begin to think about people, the country, and not always party-minded. Whether your party is doing wrong, you support them. Whether your party is doing right, you support them. I think this is the problem we are all having, and I think we need to begin to work on it. Thank you so much for hanging around this channel. We sincerely appreciate you. Kindly subscribe, please, if you have not subscribed. We are going to bring you more updates as events unfold. Thank you so much.